A recent statement issued by Inter-Service Public Relations has raised questions about diplomatic and geopolitical dynamics of Bangladesh's role in UN peacekeeping mission. Volker Turk, in his interview with BBC on 5th March 2025, claimed that he had warned Bangladesh Army about the consequences if Bangladesh Army engaged in repressing the July-August movement, particularly the loss of Army's role in UN peacekeeping missions.
Well, I can give you examples where it is taken seriously. I'll give you the example of Bangladesh last year. During July, August, there were massive demonstrations of students. They had enough of the previous government under Sheikh Hasina. There was massive repression happening. The big hope for them was actually our voice, was my voice, was also what we were able to do. And we put the spotlight on the situation. And we actually gave the warning to the army that if they get involved, it means that they may not be able to be a troop contributing country anymore. As a result, we saw changes.
The Bangladesh Army refused the claim by ISPR statement on 10th March, stating that Army did not receive any direct communication or intent from the UN. Moreover, if such concern existed, UN would have been raised it with Bangladesh government, not with Bangladesh Army. This reflects a fundamental flaw in Volker Turk's statement and misjudgment of Bangladesh Army, government and political framework. UN interference in domestic affairs. The UN's potential intervention or threat to Bangladesh Army's peacekeeping role could be viewed as an interference on Bangladesh sovereignty. It also reflects the concerns about the external bodies interfering in countries' domestic issues. Strategic missed opportunity. As UN didn't serve any formal note to Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Bangladesh, so MOFA has missed a crucial opportunity to take charge diplomatically. However, a response from the army was obvious. Though this process may lack in diplomatic norms, but there were hardly any alternative. The broader impact of peacekeeping. Volker Turk comments reveal a deep misunderstanding on political structure of Bangladesh. He assumed that the army alone controls peacekeeping deployments, that challenging the nation's sovereign control over military and international matters. However, this crucial authority lies with the civilian government. The ISPR response rightly emphasizes the broader benefits of peacekeeping, from financial contribution to nation's economy to its international standing, which are not limited to military but extend to civilian governments too. The omission of the police force. There is an omission in Volker's narrative, that is, the role of Bangladesh police. If Volker truly intended to apply coercive diplomacy to ensure human rights compliances, why didn't he warn Bangladesh police, which was actively involved in the protests? This oversight is not just a missed opportunity of intervention, but also indicates a lack of contextual understanding. Coercive diplomacy versus strategic engagement. From UN perspective, Volker's approach represents the classic case of trying to enforce human rights from a distance. Volker was engaged with the army but did not address the civilian leadership. But in Bangladesh, civilian government decisions influence military actions. In this case, a more strategically crafted warning directed at Bangladesh civilian leadership would have been more effective, justified and appropriate. Conclusion. The UN has mandate to protect human rights globally. However, UN should balance advocating for human rights with respecting a country's national sovereignty. Bangladesh Army operates within the framework of national security directives and stick to rule of nation and human rights principles. But the remarks by Mr. Volker Turk raises a crucial question. In this case, the lack of strategic depth in Volker's remarks has resulted in confusion and divisions. It has undermined Bangladesh's civil-military relation and moreover sovereignty. As we look ahead, we urge officials in both MOFA and Geneva to prioritize the truth, transparency and diplomatic wisdom. This will not only serve the interest of Bangladesh, but will also ensure deeper understanding of national realities.